Captain's log, March 27th, 2024. Or so we think. I mean, what if it was a different year? Like, I've heard that our calendars and stuff might be cut off. Anyways, I am in Bellefontaine, Ohio. Freezing, despite the fact that it's not freezing, but I'm freezing because I'm very sensitive to the cold. And my poor body, oh my God, I'm arthritic all over. My fingers hurt, my joints hurt. I've been having pain in the shoulder for days. Carl is so damn lucky that there's a solar eclipse coming up in 2 weeks. I know he misses me, but man, I was not made for the cold weather. I guess I'm going to have to live that snowbird life. I'll spend the winter in the South. I'll come back north when it's over. When the torture, the punishment, like I always think of winter is like it's God's way of putting us in the corner and punishing us. And be like, stop it! Stop torturing me, you bastard! Aside from like a seasonal depressive disorder, which it hasn't hit me too bad this year, but I can feel it. Really, the big thing for me this year has been arthritis. Like, damn, it hadn't bothered me in a long time. Even in Alabama, it's been cold. The only place that I have felt okay physically, my arthritis doesn't bother me in Florida, and not too bad towards South Georgia. So I really need to go back there soon. Thank God I got friends all over the place, because like I've got medication for the arthritis now, but like it doesn't help, and it freaking sucks to just feel like constant inflammation and pain all day, especially when like I want to move around. I want to be able to dance. I want to move my hands. I want to be able to type. I want to be able to write and to draw, and I just cannot do that when my body is so stiff and hurting. Anyways, I just made a couple of Facebook posts kind of like recapping my goals for this year. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. Goals for this year. And we're just going to go all out there. Well, there's a few things that I can't say publicly just because, I don't know. I could get in trouble, I guess. I need to figure out what the actual rules are, because honestly, I'm to the point now where as long as I know that, I don't, like I'm in part-time teacher and I would like to continue to teach. But honestly, the way I see it, if my university doesn't, support me in, speaking, my truth, then I don't want them. So anyways, but they don't even pay attention to what I teach. So I am pretty darn sure they don't pay attention to my YouTube or my TikTok or anything. And if they ever do, then hey guys, cool. You should pay attention to stuff. You should maybe not change textbooks 2 weeks before classes. And maybe you should actually train your faculty and check in with them periodically. Anyways, I have a lot of thoughts on how things are not run properly. But yeah, since they don't care, I don't care. Why should I care? Like, I am in let me get my fire hand fan done. I am in my, I've been thinking about this for a couple of years now. A few years ago, especially right after they overturned Roe versus Wade, I was like, destroy the patriarchy, guys. But even before then, I've been doing a lot of spiritual work and learning about history, and a lot about how religion has been used as a tool to control people, which I was already aware of, but really diving into that deeper since my spiritual stuff has become such a big part of my life, and now I'm finally comfortable enough with it to talk about it openly. We don't have to believe the same thing, but I now have communities and know enough people to know that I am in fact not crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy, but it's when you have psychic gifts and stuff and experience things that a lot of people have no idea of, and that they, some of them, at least in the past, vilified. I feel like most of this stuff is way more accepted now, like channeling and psychic stuff and, listening to your body, different intelligence centers, aliens, all this stuff, which is great. It still feels weird to live in a world in which this is more accepted. I'm pretty fucking sure I've quantum jumped at least 4 times, if not more. All I gotta say is Mind Valley did not exist in the universe I was in before last summer. I had a vision for something just like that, and then I woke up one fucking day And all of a sudden it and some other things that were fucking ripoffs of my freaking ideas that I know did not exist before existed and have been here for a while, which I guess is great because, I mean, and I understand that that is a thing because time is just a construct. It's not real. So the powers of be outside our dimension can freaking, do whatever. Anyways, isn't this a fun video, guys? Like, don't you wish that we had chats like this more often? I mean, I wish I had people to chat with about shit like this. Sometimes, I mean, it's a good thing that I like talking to myself. I, in fact, love talking to myself. I like talking to the camera. I like to pretend that there's some of you that might actually watch this. But there's part of me that's like, I think some of you do watch these things, but I think like maybe spirit like just blocks it out of your brain. Or maybe it's like above you and you don't know what to make of it, which is okay. It's just that I just wish y'all knew that, like, I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I don't care if you disagree. I just want to fucking have conversations, guys. Oh my God, can we just talk about something other than the weather, despite the fact that the weather is the thing tormenting me the most in this moment? Like it looks like a nice, kind of overcast day out there, but I feel the chill in my bones, in my house. I can't get this house. I just can't get this house warm enough. Like when I'm up here, I feel cold in my bones. I don't like it. I need Ohio to warm up. Anyway, so goals for this year. Yeah, so I am still recovering from the conference. Honestly, I need at least 2 more days. I really could use a whole freaking week to recover. My body and my brain are very tired. However, I'm also very excited, and so I want to capitalize on that excitement and that energy and all of the thoughts and ideas that I have been getting, but also that have been coming back to me because I have short-term memory problems, so I'll forget things. I'll forget that I already thought of something and that I already started working on something. And then, something to trigger me like, oh yeah, I need to go back to that. See, that's my problem. Oh, that being said though, guys, you watch out. Ooh, I might be, you might see my genius come out in a couple of months because I was talking to my doctor yesterday, and I have talked about this before, but here's what I think happened. When I first started talking to my doctor about the fact that I'm extremely self-aware, and I know I have some issues. I don't know exactly what they are. I'm pretty sure, like I have an idea of what they are, but I don't know what to do for them, and I don't really want to be on a lot of drugs or anything. However, I am willing to go on this one drug and test it out just to see if it helps. Because I've been aware that I have cognitive processing issues. I know for a fact since the 10th grade. Because I remember, like, the first time I, like, really struggled with something. And I know that it is periodic. Like, I'll go through long phases where my brain doesn't work too well. And then I'll go through phases that I call my Rain Man mode. Because I'm a Rain Man, guys. I make it rain. What it's raining, I can't tell you. It depends on my mood. But, anyways, he talked to me about going on, like, Ritalin or Adderall. So, I mean, supposedly it has the opposite effect. So if you're someone that's, like, hyped up like me, it will supposedly calm you. I don't want to be calmed down. I just want to be focused. I don't want to be slowed down. If it slows me down, then F it. But he told me, he's like, you will like it because it will help me focus. Like, I really struggle with focus because I have so many ideas and so many thoughts, and sometimes it's really hard to prioritize. That's why I really need help. I need Lumen to be successful. I need to be able to get Blackwater off the ground. I need to be able to hire help, because if I had help, and I've got 5 million other great, I mean, people have been begging me for a design version of Lumen, which was what I was going to design in the beginning, but it was more time efficient to do photography first since I first made the game. And so I already know that market's there. And the design market, I mean, really you'd think that the photography market would be bigger. I mean, but if we're talking about an educational tool, because there's way more photographers than designers, at least if you include amateur photographers, everybody takes pictures. But as an educational tool, graphic design is one of the #1 growing things. And, I just saw, like, this thing where you pitch your product idea. Maybe I don't pitch Lumen. Maybe I pitch the design edition of Lumen. And there was an illustration company, I think they're based out of South Africa, that presented at Creative Works this past fall. And I remember talking to them a little bit. I remember looking at their style and thinking, you know what? this would be absolutely perfect for the design version of Lumen. I am sure they're crazy freaking expensive, but I don't care. Like, you know, like if I have the money, I'll pay for the best I can afford, you know, if I believe in the thing. So anyways, maybe I could go on this design show and like pitch this game, and that'd be cool. If, you know, if I get selected as an applicant for that thing, I will contact that illustration company and ask them if they could give me, if they'd be interested, if they could give me a quote, because I'm going to go pitch it, because I think that would be fantastic. So yeah, anyways, if I could get the help I need, I could get this stuff done, because man, I can't freaking invent things, market them, sell them, do all the social media, talk all the talk. It's too much. It's too much for one person, you know, but it's hard when you're starting something, from nothing, and you don't have any capital, and you know, it's like, oh, there's some beautiful bluebirds outside. I don't know if you can see them. Probably not. There's one right there. Oh my goodness. I just want to hug it. Also, looking at it's making me hungry. I would eat it. Do I want to love on it? I need some food, guys. Okay, so anyways, goals for this year. I got to sell Lumen. I need to at least break even on Lumen. It'll be a little bit before that happens, but I need to at least break even on Lumen. And for me to really break even on Lumen, I need to sell most of the games, because I've invested a lot in help and legal stuff and all the things that you do when you're actually trying to form a business and not treat something just as a hobby project. And so if I get Lumen going, that will help me with my goal of establishing Blackwater, so that I can hire help, because thus far I've just been able to like part-time, like hire, you know, like design help and social media help, you know, just depleting my savings, and they're basically depleted now. So I really need Lumen to sell, so I can put money back in my savings, and, you know, and then have money to invest. So yeah, at this conference, people kept asking, "Is there an SPE discount?" I'm like, "The SPE discount." I did say this to a few people. I said the SPE discount is that I literally depleted my savings in order to self-publish this game, to make it available for you now. Because if I was gonna do the Kickstarter thing, it would be another year, because it takes time. Like, it's a lot of work to figure all of this out, especially when I have other work to do, you know, like if I could find a sponsor, you know, a benefactor or something like that, or, you know, like a job that gives me, you know, the time to do this stuff, you know, like that would be one thing. But right now, you know, like I have many jobs, and I have a lot of projects of my own anyways. But yeah, so that I want to explore working in the entertainment film industry. I love the videos. I still feel pretty shy performing in front of people. I'm starting to get, I'm doing better at being in front of people in public and stuff. And I want to push myself to get there. Like, I want to get there. I can see where I want to get, and I want to get to the point where it doesn't faze me at all. And I'm just also really curious to see behind the scenes. And also, it sounds like fun. Like, I can go try it out for a little bit. So I joined a talent casting company. They do a lot of workshops and stuff like that. I haven't had a chance to participate in any yet, because I was trying to get ready for this conference. But now that it's over, I can turn my attention to these other things. I'm also in a spiritual school that I need to do some work on, because my spiritual stuff is probably the number one thing to me. Like, I mean, I want the business stuff and my projects to take off, but for me, my spiritual practice is the number one thing in my life, because it affects everything else. You know, I'm just thankful. I mean, like, all the things I'm doing are in spiritual alignment with me, but it's just like remembering that is my foundation, that is the most important thing for me to work on, and that everything else will come out of it. I want to grow my family in more ways than one. I want to open up about some of the changes in my family, but probably later in the year. I'll probably wait until I get pregnant and then talk about it. But yeah, so hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. I was really hoping I was pregnant last month. In fact, I do think that technically I was pregnant. I just don't think it implanted, because I'm very self-aware of my body, and I experienced a lot of things and cravings and stuff I've never experienced before. I was literally chugging lemon juice. It was weird. Lemon juice and vinegar. Anyways, some other stuff. But hopefully that'll happen again soon. Supposedly I'm ovulating right now, so we'll see. Anyways, yeah, I learned about that kind of stuff, and then continue teaching, and I really want to dive into like music and singing and stuff. Like I need to start practicing. My voice has been so rough for weeks ever since I had a sinus infection. Playing my theremin and things like that. But yeah, like I'm kind of shifting out of being like a designer into more of a creative director, entrepreneur role, which is what I had always hoped to do. I'm a big picture person, and I like to connect the dots between things and also help mentor others and help best utilize their like I feel like I'm playing chess. The thing is that, I mean, I've always known that I was playing chess, and I've always known that I was playing the long game. It's just I'll go through phases where I kind of forget because of that memory thing, and then I come back at it and it's like, oh yeah, I'm playing the long game. I've been doing all of these things very intentionally, and even the things that I felt weren't intentional at the time, I later realized, oh, wait a second, there's a pattern to my life, and I know that that was, in fact, intentional, if not intentional by me at this level of awareness, then it was intentional by my higher self guiding me into X, Y, and Z. Anyways, I'm probably losing some of y'all there. It's okay. Yeah, so I'm going to give myself a few more days to rest. I also really miss video games, guys. I mean, obviously I can't play video games as much as I used to, but I need like one night a week, at least every other week. Like, I need to make that happen soon. So yeah, and then I got a whole bunch of meetings and things. I got a conference to plan. I got trips to plan because obviously I don't stay in one place. I travel all over. I will be in Ohio for the eclipse on the 8th, and then the next day I'll be driving my butt down to Georgia for Creative South, my favorite design conference. I'll be volunteering at it. Then I'll be going to Florida to visit a friend, possibly Savannah to visit another friend, before returning to Alabama to hopefully finally get the house, like, finish setting it up as an Airbnb. And by finished, I just mean I need to get all the rest of the stuff out of it and deep clean it and decide whether or not I'm going to do a little more painting. I really want to. I keep telling myself I shouldn't, but I really want to, while there's not a lot of stuff in it. And if I can get all that done in this trip, then the next time I come down, I could come down and do the inventory and put together the guides and then get the damn thing listed and stuff. So that is the goal, because if I can get that house to bring in some money, that'll really help, because it'll, the goal is to get it to pay for itself, hopefully make a little bit more money so that we can reinvest in it. But also, I've been putting a whole bunch of work in here. I need some income. That's what I say about the long game or whatever. I've been working on this for a while. If I can get it to bring in some money, I earn that money. Like, that's my income, even if I'm going to use it just to pay the bills. So that would be really great. And also, like, I'm just really eager to explore that. All of my stuff will be up here, but I really like the idea when I do get more settled into place, like we're going to eventually like frame in another room in the basement in the Ohio house, and I would possibly Airbnb that out. And I really like the idea of Airbnb my room and then offering, like, what I would really like is to get people to come stay with me and us make art together. So like, hey, we're in a room. I will teach, if you want to learn more about photography, I'll give you, like a 3-hour, we'll go spend 3 hours or a day, however much, you want to come to the area and me be your guide, I'll be your guide. You want to come make stuff. And then also I'm very interested in, I'd like to just have a space to invite my fellow artist people to come to, like, my friends can come and we can have artist play dates. And then ideally you would invite me to come to your place and us have an artist play date. I've never done one of those residency things. I'd like to, but like in the meantime, like something like this would be fun. So there's that. And then I've got a road trip to Arizona. No, I do have a road trip to Arizona. I've got a road trip to New Mexico with Carl to plan for this summer. And then I have a road trip to Arizona with a friend. We're going to go on a spiritual pilgrimage. We're going to like stop at different places. Hopefully we'll make it to Zion National Park, because I have felt called there for a few years now. But I know I need to go to Sedonia and Zion. And I know some other places will pop up along the way. So yeah, it's going to be a really full year. I mean, I already have, I already have my year almost completely booked up. So if y'all want to hang out with me, you better message me soon, because yeah, I'm very popular. I'm very in demand, especially by myself, but also to those that love me. And yeah, I want to squeeze y'all in this. So if you want to hang out, you want to invite me to come talk about game-based learning, I can do it virtually. Just let me know. I'm super fun, just in case you can't tell. I might be weird, in the best way possible, but yeah. Anyways, peace.